tonight, 8 new cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed on Thursday. A dead body is found among sea moss farms at Pralet Beach, and Senator Adrian Auger confirms that he is in isolation awaiting results of a COVID-19 test. All this and more coming up in tonight's broadcast.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovely and Amy Joseph.
Good evening. It is Thursday, the 12th of November 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News on Flow Channel 117, as well as on Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9 radio. I am Rochelle Gonzalez, standing in for lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. A body was found among the sea moss farms at the Pralet Beach on Thursday morning. Police say the body is that of Daryl Augustine, a 32-year-old Babuno man who is believed to have been involved in a boating accident. At about 11 a.m. Thursday, the authorities were alerted that the man's body had been discovered. In this footage obtained from GVD, you can see emergency first responders and police on the scene at the beach. Unconfirmed reports are that at least 2 men set off to sea, with Martinique being their intended final destination. Police say there are conflicting reports about the nature of that sea venture, but word is that the men encountered difficulties at sea due to rough seas and that the boat capsized. One man is said to have survived the ordeal. In other news, the country's COVID-19 count has risen to 156 as the Ministry of Health and Wellness receives confirmation of 8 new cases. This brings the total number of active cases to 108.
The last reported case of COVID-19 on Ireland was on Tuesday, November 10, when the island recorded 7 new cases, 2 deaths, and 15 recoveries. Today, Thursday, November 12, the island recorded an additional 8 cases of the virus. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sharon Belmar-George says the individuals were seen at a community health facility where they were assessed and tested for COVID-19. They were all placed in quarantine by the health practitioners while awaiting the return of their test results.
Case number 149 is a 14-year-old male from the Vieux Fort district. Case number 150 is a 25-year-old female from the Vieux Fort district. Case number 151 is a 53-year-old male from the Gros-Islet district. Case number 152 is a 59-year-old female from the Gros-Islet district. Case number 153 is a 35-year-old male from the Gros-Islet district. Case number 154 is a 15-year-old female from the Vieux Fort district. And case number 155 is a 37-year-old male from the Vieux Fort district. Case number 156 is a 22-year-old female from the Castries district.
Epidemiological links have been established for 6 of these cases. Cases number 149 and 150 have been linked to case number 141. Cases number 151 and 156 have been linked to case number 113. Case number 154 is linked to case number 115, and case number 155 has been linked to case number 126. Dr. Belmar-George had a message for the public.
It is imperative now that each and every one of us play our part to keep ourselves and our most vulnerable safe, particularly the elderly and people living with chronic conditions. We remind each citizen that if you are experiencing flu-like symptoms, you should not be gathering with other people, whether for work, to undertake business, or for recreational activities. It is important to instead seek medical attention promptly. If you are sick, this is not the time to be at bars, the gym, restaurants, church, or any other place where people gather. This gathering of people is one of the behaviors which increases the risk of being exposed to and becoming infected with the virus.
At present, there is 1 COVID-19 case in critical care, and all other active cases remain stable. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
Independent Senator Adrian Auger was absent from the Senate for a second time on Thursday and wants there to be no speculation or ambiguity surrounding his absence. He has confirmed to Hot 7 TV News that he is in self-imposed isolation after being in contact with an individual who tested positive for COVID-19. The senator was very open about the matter, stating that the stigma and panic surrounding COVID-19 needs to stop.
Independent Senator Adrian Auger is currently in home isolation and has been since the evening of Friday, the 6th of November 2020. The senator confirms to Hot 7 TV News that someone who attended a meeting at which he was present has tested positive for COVID-19.
It turned out that within a few hours of that meeting, one of the participants was called by the health authorities to indicate that a test he had previously was reported as negative and subsequently reported as positive. So the young man was kind enough to inform all of us immediately, and for the time I got the call on Friday, I went into voluntary isolation even from my family. And so I've been occupying one corner of the house at home, and I have not left my home since I got the news.
Senator Auger explains that while he has done a COVID-19 rapid test which was negative, he awaits the result of a second and more accurate test. Out of an abundance of caution, he remains in isolation. He says it is important to him to be open about this matter to help people move away from stigma and paranoia, and also for there to be no confusion about his absence from Senate.
Number one, this would have been my second consecutive absence from the Senate, and I did not want any speculation as to why that should be. Secondly, I believe that there has been too much fear and too much paranoia and too much, oh my God, wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth. Look, this is a health issue. This is not a moral issue. This is not something that the person who is infected is guilty. The only thing we can be guilty of is irresponsible behavior, and that is entirely within our control.
He underscores the need for personal responsibility to curb the spread of COVID-19. He says he will remain in isolation mode until he receives confirmed and favorable test results.
Nobody has been in or out of our house until we had the results of the first rapid response test, which we did yesterday. And even so, we are maintaining precautionary distances and sanitizing and wearing masks so that we can be safe, number one, and that we do not endanger other people. So yes, we need to be public, we need to be open, we need to be as honest and transparent as possible so that people can trust the system and people can trust the information that they have, and also that we can all be a part of fighting this thing.
Medical professionals say a false negative result is more likely with rapid COVID-19 testing, and so PCR testing remains the gold standard.
Stay with us because still to come, the health minister says don't bank on a COVID-19 vaccine being available on island anytime soon. Francis Gauger-Pierre on the high incidence of COVID-19 in Labrie, and opposition Senator Gideon Ferdinand weighs in on calls for a repeat for the school year or school term.